Now, this meeting's a little different. This year is kind of different. We give out scholarships every year. This, I think, is the first year we've had the recipients come to an actual chamber meeting and present the scholarships here. And I think it's important because it kind of connects them with the chamber and lets the chamber meet the recipients and hear a little bit more about what they've done and what their future holds. And I think it's a good idea. We have a speaker today, and our speaker today is Dr. Nicole Pennington, Dean here at Ohio University Southern. And I'd like for her to come right now, and she can speak. Thank you.
Good afternoon. So I'd first like to congratulate all of the scholarship recipients here today and wish you the very best as you start or continue your college careers. I know that some of you have already accumulated some college credit and participated in our College Credit Plus courses in Ohio. Raise your hand if you've participated in College Credit Plus courses. I think all of them? All right, great. So to the parents, they've just shortened their time to degree completion, which is a really great thing. It's going to save you some money down the road. So today I just wanted to talk about higher education, specifically what is happening and how Ohio as a state and how Ohio University is responding. If you've read a newspaper, watched the news, or scrolled through social media, you've bound to run across messages that have been maybe not so positive about higher education. The rising cost, the questionable value of a degree, creating some doubt of why students should waste their money when they can earn a certificate or attend a trade school and come out with less debt and still make a good living. And while those may seem like reasonable questions and thoughts, what I would like to do over the next 15 minutes or so is respond to some of these statements and thoughts and discuss how we are responding as a state and as an institution. So let's talk about Lawrence County for a moment. 86% of our Lawrence County residents have a high school education. That's less than the state average, which is currently at 90%. And this next stat alarms me the most, and it should absolutely alarm you as well. Only 14% of Lawrence Countyans hold a bachelor's degree or higher. That's compared to 27% for the state and 30% for the nation. And in today's world, a high school diploma is simply not enough. The cost of a four-year university education remains a great investment for students and their families. Here at Ohio University Southern, a student can earn a four-year degree under a new tuition guarantee that secures the amount that students will have to pay year to year for 4 years. So all of our new freshmen coming in will pay the same tuition rate for 4 years. That won't be increased, so it's guaranteed. In each freshman class after that, it's the same deal. So parents don't have to worry about fluctuating tuition from year to year. The approximate cost for a four-year bachelor's degree here at Ohio University Southern is about $22,000. This is an Ohio University degree. It's the same curriculum, the same academic programs, the same qualified faculty on a really nice campus setting right here in Lawrence County. You just pay half the cost of the main campus located in Athens. Ohio's institutions of higher education help shape the world in which our children and grandchildren attain the knowledge and skills required to reach their dreams, succeed in their chosen field, and enjoy a more satisfying quality of life. We all want that for them, right? I know it's what I want for my children. The average graduate with a bachelor's degree from an accredited four-year university will earn approximately $1 million more in his or her lifetime than an individual with a high school diploma only. And if you have a college degree, you're 1/3 less likely to be unemployed. And in today's economy, a college degree will help you secure your first career opportunity, advance you in your current career, or transition you into a new one. As the dean of this campus, I can say there's no better place to earn a degree than at Ohio University, either here in Ironton, at one of our other 4 regional campuses, or in Athens at our main campus. Our Ohio public universities are among the best in the country and excel at helping students decide what career path is best for them, teaching critical thinking and problem-solving skills, giving everyone, regardless of income or background, an opportunity to succeed, and providing graduates with the skills needed for a changing world and job environment. By dramatically improving the ability to earn a good living, an investment in higher education is still the best path to achieving the American dream. And while I too feel strongly that we need skilled workers in our labor market with vocational training, we also desperately need educated people to help our society. College degrees are great assets, not only for individuals, but also for the communities in which they live. While a single college degree certainly benefits an individual, many college degrees strengthen local and state economies. That's what we all want, right? And communities with more educated workforces tend to be healthier, wealthier, and better able to compete in today's global economy. There's a high correlation between regional economic growth and higher education attainment. That's because workers with a bachelor's degree tend to be paid more than high school graduates, and so pay more in local taxes and spend more within their community and state. The majority of today's college graduates, approximately 56%, remain in Ohio to build careers, raise families, and support their communities. One estimate is that each graduate who has a bachelor's degree will, during the course of his or her lifetime, contribute about $278,000 more to their local economies, compared to their peers who have only high school degrees, and almost $200,000 more than those who have associate degrees. Higher wages for college-educated workers tends to push wages higher for workers at all education levels and even leads to higher productivity. So let's move and talk a little bit about academic research. Regions with active research universities attract high-tech businesses, entrepreneurs, and private and public spending, creating business clusters that attract even more well-educated workers and fuel economic growth. Our faculty here at Ohio University Southern are engaged in research, and they also engage our students in their research. Ohio's public higher education institutions rank 7th in the nation for research and development spending, according to the National Science Foundation. Basic university research improves our lives and our world. And basic research also provides tremendous experiential learning opportunities for undergraduate and graduate students, helping to train our next generation of researchers who will make future contributions that will improve public health, the economy, and our communities, nation, and world. Our society as a whole is better off thanks to the past and present research being conducted by public universities in Ohio. Now let's talk a little bit about partnerships. University and business and industry partnerships in Ohio drive discovery, economic growth, and job creation. Ohio University needs business partners who are willing to provide scholarships, internships, and co-ops for our students. Internships and co-ops play a critical role in preparing a globally competitive workforce with a robust capacity for innovation. We need a culture of entrepreneurship, and the university experience can ignite that spark. Our students need to be able to take advantage of incredible experiential learning opportunities that span the boundaries between academia and business and industry, such as learning and engaging with successful entrepreneurs. They can then turn the ideas into new businesses. And I mentioned cost earlier, and I understand the financial obstacles facing today's students. So Ohio University Southern is working hard to keep college education within financial reach. In Ohio, we're already national leaders in containing college cost, with 5-year tuition growth well below the national average, and have among the lowest rates of tuition increases in the nation. We are adopting measures and new programs to reduce student debt, increase degree completion, and quicken the time it takes to earn a degree, including, based on the recommendations of the Governor's Task Force on Higher Education, Affordability, and Efficiency, we conducted an efficiency review to identify ways to do things better and reduce cost. Ohio University Southern has decreased our expenses by nearly $2 million over the last 5 years. We responded to the Ohio Senate's 5% cost reduction challenge. This challenge called for us to reduce the cost of earning degrees by 5% or more. One way we have addressed this challenge is responding to the extremely high cost of textbooks. One textbook from a publisher can cost a student up to $500 or more. Our faculty have been working to lower the cost of instructional supplies for their courses, some creating their own materials, and some working with a company called Top Hat, who is a provider of the leading cloud-based teaching platforms for higher education, and that's further reducing the cost of instructional materials for their courses. There's nothing more discouraging than students who accrue college debt but don't complete their degrees. Here at Ohio University Southern, faculty and advisors work with students to create structured degree plans to help them navigate their way to degree completion. Plans are now in place for increasing the number of students earning degrees. As a result, our retention rates are up here at Ohio University Southern, as well as our course completion rates, and we are very proud of that. We want our students walking across that stage and earning that college degree. And I mentioned College Credit Plus earlier. This is an innovative program that allows college-ready students, grades 7 through 12, to earn college credit while still in high school. Ohio University Southern began a pilot with Fairland schools 2 years ago. This month, we have high school seniors who will be graduating with an associate's degree at the same time they earn their high school diploma. Think about that cost savings. No cost to the student. Nearly 65,000 students have taken advantage of the state's College Credit Plus program, resulting in tuition savings in Ohio of more than $262 million. So what is the call to action? Why am I standing up here sharing any of this with you? It's because there's more work to be done. I urge our campus community to stand with higher education and with me to advocate for a strong and productive system of public higher education in Ohio for the benefit of our students, our economy, and our state as a whole. Ohio University has joined Ohio's 13 other public institutions to launch a program called Forward Ohio, a statewide campaign to raise awareness of the value of public higher education, to spur efforts to close the state's college attainment gap, and mobilize support for enhanced investment in public higher education. And that attainment goal for the state of Ohio is that 65% of Ohioans ages 25 to 64 will have a degree, certificate, or other post-secondary workforce credential of value. To successfully compete for business investment and jobs, Ohio must significantly increase the number of citizens with post-secondary education credentials relevant in the workplace. For our Lawrence County employers to prosper in a global economy, we must have talent with verifiable knowledge and skills aligned with specific workplace needs. And for our Lawrence County and tri-state citizens to maximize their job, wage, and career advancement opportunities, they must possess trusted credentials that reliably document their qualifications and readiness for employment. My favorite time of the year as dean is when we graduate students. This past year at Ohio University Southern, we graduated students to enter the workforce as new elementary school teachers, middle school teachers, nurses, healthcare administrators, media specialists, law enforcement officers, social workers, accountants, And that's just to name a few of the professions. While there is also a need for trade specialties, there is a significant need for college degrees. We want college-educated people in Lawrence County, not just 14% of the county, and in our communities to help them grow and prosper for years to come. So thank you for listening. I welcome the opportunity to talk with you about ways that we can partner together to strengthen Lawrence County. Thank you. I wish you all a safe Memorial Day weekend as we remember those that fought for our freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pennington. Now, one of the things as a chamber, one of the things we wanted to do this year is at the beginning of the year, we talked about how we wanted to focus part of our efforts on education, and today is part of that thing that we wanted to do. And as we looked at the scholarships that we were giving out, one of the things we wanted to do is make them more meaningful, and that's why you're all here today. Now, the funds that we're giving out today, we're giving out a total of $4,500 in scholarships today, and those funds were all raised as part of the Festival of Trees from back at Christmas, if everybody remembers. So what we want to do is recognize first the three recipients. First, we have Miss Anna Kimball from Chesapeake. Miss Montana Runnels from Fairland. And Mr. Nicholas Wood from South Point. So how'd we all get here? How'd this all happen? So what we did was we had our education committee, which is made up, well, first of all, the board of directors is really who put this charge to us and decided we're going to take this $4,500 that we have and we're going to award a total of 3 scholarships to 3 seniors from all the schools in Lawrence County. And so the education committee worked hard to put together an application that was fair, that achieved the goals that we wanted it to do. Shane Finster, where's he at in here? Shane's part of our education committee and put just hours into research and from how different chambers in different places put together applications. And we used those, compiled it into one that we felt was best for Lawrence County. It was a blind process. The application asked about everything from GPA to extracurricular activities, community activities, if they held a job while they were still attending high school, and then they were each asked to write an essay on how they would give back to Lawrence County after their education was completed. We sent those applications out to all the high schools. They were available online. They were available at the chamber offices, and we got a total of 48 applications back from all over Lawrence County, and we were ecstatic with that turnout. We didn't know if we were going to get 1, we didn't know if we were going to get 10, and so we were thrilled, I think, because there was a lot. I remember Janie and Shirley were like, 48, we got, so we compiled them all. All the demographic information was removed from every one of the applications when they were received by the chamber staff. So those applications were then presented to the chamber education committee, which is Shane Finster's on it, Massey Schimmel, past chamber president, Shirley Dyer, myself, and who am I forgetting? Oh, Stephanie Burcham at Ohio University in Proctorville. So we all sat down, we had all these numbered applications, and we spent hours scoring them all. We had score sheets, scores were given for each area, and for the essays. And after that, we had these 3 applications left with numbers at the top, and we said, these are the 3. And then went back and said, tell us who these people are. And that's the first time we knew who our finalists were going to be. Now, I was happy to attend all of the awards assemblies and senior days at these 3 high schools. And I did that because we wanted to, we're awarding the scholarships today, and I don't know if any of you know this, but they don't know which scholarship they're getting. We are giving a total of 3 scholarships. One's worth $2,500, and the other 2 are worth $1,000 each. And we're awarding those today, but we felt it was important to go to each of those ceremonies at this high school is to recognize their achievement in front of their schools. And so that was a great honor. I was glad to be there, and you guys should be proud of that. But what we wanted to do today, we asked them each to bring their essay with them, and we'd like for each of them to share that essay with you as a group. And then after that, Jane Finster is going to come up, and we're going to award the scholarships to the recipients then. So we're going to start with Miss Anna Kimball.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Anna Kimball, a graduating senior at Chesapeake High School. First off, I just want to thank the Chamber of Commerce and the committee for taking the time to review all of those essays. I know everybody really appreciates that. And also Ohio University. So I'll go ahead and read my essay now. In 2010, on Christmas morning, I received a drum set. My sister, cousin, and I set out to become a well-known band and signed up a few weeks later to compete in a local radio contest. Much to our surprise, we made it to the finals. During the next 7 years, we traveled through 5 states to play music, where I had the opportunities to open for country singers Miranda Lambert, Kelly Pickler, Jamie Johnson, as well as charting on college radio. I learned quickly that the most important thing wasn't to become famous or well-known, but to use my talents to help others. I have volunteered countless hours playing for various charities in the tri-state area. I have played for Relay for Life, St. Mary's Hospital Path to the Cure, Stomp Out LGS, the Shriners, and the Paul Ambrose Healthy Trail, to name a few. I have also spent a great deal of time working for the City Mission, Special Olympics, the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce Festival of Trees, the CHS Academic Boosters, helping with various school events, going to church mission trips, and playing the drums in my church's praise band. I am the only full-time college student from Chesapeake at Ohio University and have earned over 47 hours through the College Credit Plus program. Although I am on OU's campus a great deal, I make it a priority to stay involved at my high school. I have been the vice president of my class for 4 years, as well as the secretary of the National Honor Society, a member of the Beta Club, yearbook committee, prom committee, National Honor Roll, homecoming and prom attendant, a scores photography winner, and have lettered in track and field. I also work Monday through Thursday for the high school after-school program as a receptionist, as well as a hostess at Black Sheep Burritos and Brews several days a week. Last summer, I was diagnosed with JIA polyarticular arthritis. Some days are a struggle for me, and it's hard for me to forget about my pain while taking a full college schedule and working. This diagnosis, however, not only taught me how important it is to put things into perspective, but also solidified my plans for the future. I have been accepted into the business program with a concentration in hospitality and tourism at Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida. And I have also been accepted in Ohio University Southern. My goal is to become an event planner for a major corporation. I chose this profession because I want to create an environment where people forget about their struggles and have a positive experience. Just as I didn't forget about high school while attending Ohio University, I won't forget about Lawrence County and will invest everywhere I can to help boost our economy and opportunities. There is no better way to learn how to be successful than by going out into the world and actually seeing how it's done. That will then give me the tools and the know-how to do the same for Lawrence County. Wherever connections I am able to make, I will share and encourage these connections to invest in the wonderful people of Lawrence County. So, thanks again to the Chamber of Commerce and the committee.
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, that's what we had to read. We had a lot of these essays that were fantastic, and it was very difficult. So our next one, Ms. Montana Runnels.
Hello, everyone. I'm Montana Runnels. I'm a graduating senior from Fairland High School, and I'll begin now. When it comes to setting personal and professional goals, I hold myself to a higher degree than most. My family has been lifelong residents of Lawrence County, Ohio, and I want to be able to give back to the community as a future veterinarian. As for my short-term goals, I plan to intern at Purina during the summers. Recently, I flew to Purina Farm in Missouri to attend an animal care class. This class furthered my education in animal nutrition, and I was able to obtain more about the sales representative aspect of Purina. I am also on the volunteer list at Proctorville Animal Clinic. I hope that by volunteering at a local veterinarian office, I will achieve experience and that will help me get into veterinarian school. When setting my short-term goals, one of my most important goals for me is to take and receive a 28 on the ACT. By achieving this goal, I will be able to obtain more scholarship money to attend Morehead State University. I plan to graduate from Morehead State University with a degree of pre-veterinarian science. By graduating from Morehead State University, I will be achieving 2 goals that I set for myself at an early age. I have always wanted to follow in my uncle's footsteps, who is a 2013 graduate of Morehead State University. I will also be the second person in my family to successfully graduate from college. After I graduate, I would like to be able to, After I graduate, I would like to become an educational speaker for Lawrence County organizations such as Cattlemen's Association, the Lawrence County Fair Board, the Lawrence County Junior Fair Board, and 4-H. Throughout my college career at Morehead State University, I hope to balance excellent grades, job shadowing, and community service. All 3 of these duties will help me prevail above other applicants when it comes to getting accepted to veterinarian school. My ultimate goal is to be accepted into the veterinarian program at Kansas State University or the University of Missouri. After graduation, I would like to have the lowest amount of debt possible. My short-term goal is to achieve a 28 on the ACT to help lower my tuition costs. After college, I would love to build my own veterinarian practice for large and small animals. As I become more experienced, I hope to hold free animal clinics in Lawrence County to educate the community about proper animal care. By hosting these clinics, could help promote the fading agriculture business in Lawrence County. Personally, I would like to be able to help educate future farmers and 4-H members on the importance of animal care and safety. The last long-term goal that I have set for myself is that one day I'd be able to be the veterinarian for the Lawrence County Agriculture Society. By going to school, I would be able to give back to the community that has helped me get to where I am now. I am extremely proud of who I am and where I am from. If it was not for this area, I would not be the person I am to this day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Montana. Now, our final essay of the day is from Mr. Nick Woods from South Point High School.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Wood. I'm a graduating senior at South Point High School. When I was growing up, my parents always complained about how erratic my interests were. One week I would only want to play with and make puppets. The next week I was clamoring for toy horses for my new horse collection, or buying journals to make comic strips in, or asking for long division problems so I could practice for school. Simply stated, it was very hard for anyone to keep up with my ever-changing interests. However, in my life, one thing has remained consistent through the inconsistencies, and that is a love for the arts. The arts have always been a guiding light for me, and someday I would love to be able to share that light with as many people as possible. The beginning of my pursuit of art began when I was about 11. In middle school, I felt alone and isolated from everyone in school. Those were the hardest years of my life because I was trying to find out what kind of person I wanted to become while simultaneously just trying to fit in and be the person I thought everyone else wanted. There was one thing, however, I always knew I could retreat to for solace, and that was theater. I had decided on a whim to try out for a production nearby. It turned out to be one of the most important and formative decisions I ever made. Having this time, separate from school, surrounded by people who liked me as I was, kept me sane and brought me so much joy. Were it not for theater, I don't know how I would have turned out. Because of the profound impact the arts have had on me, I feel it is my duty to also bring the arts influence to others around me in the community. To achieve this goal, I want to pursue a graduate degree in theater education with a possible minor study of political science. With a degree in theater education, I would be fully equipped with the tools I need to provide an arts education to students in the community. I also want to minor in political science so that I may have an educated presence in my local government, allowing me to be an advocate for the arts, an educated advocate for the arts and their impact on our community. The positive impact of the arts is incredibly prevalent. Multiple studies have proven that participation in the arts leads to better performance in other areas of study, improved communication skills, and strong abilities to work in group situations. It is also a tool to keep kids out of troubling situations they may face outside of school by providing them with a safe space to escape to. Our community faces problems with drug abuse and poverty, which unfortunately plays a big role in the lives of many students in our area. Now more than ever, we need more positivity and improvement in this area, and students are the future faces of the community of tomorrow. If we can institute the arts into our community and begin to set our area's students up for a more successful life, we will simultaneously be creating a better community for tomorrow. Our community deserves to reap the benefits of the arts. We shouldn't have to travel to new places to be immersed in them. They should be here. It is my dream to be the one who finally brings them into our community, changing the narrative of the lives of so many students who are struggling in their circumstances. With the power of my education, I hope to change the world, and I would be proud to spark that change in my very own community. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. So as you can see, these were the top 3 essays that we had combined with the 3 applications that we had. One thing I'd like to do, I know we have representatives from the schools that are with us today, and I think very responsible for the reason that you all are here today. So I'd like to recognize them. Thank you for coming today. All right, let's get on with it. Shane. Shane is actually chair of our education committee, and he'll be announcing the winners.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. So I get the fun and easy job here. We get to give some money away, right? With giant checks. But you can't cash them, so don't get any ideas, all right? So for the first year employing the formal application process, as Brian mentioned, we did have 48 exceptionally awesome applicants. Such an impressive group of graduates, so let's give a round of applause to all the applicants. It's a wonderful time. We appreciate the time invested by the student applicants, those of you that are here today, the parents and guardians, educators, as well as the school guidance counselors that kind of were also part of the application process here. So without further delay, we're going to welcome the winners back to the stage here, one at a time. We're going to start with Nicholas. So Nicholas is, and we got some of this in their essays, he is a South Point High School graduate, come on up, and son of Mark and Jennifer Wood. Nicholas plans to attend Wright State University. So as a $1,000 academic scholarship recipient, on behalf of the Lawrence County Chamber, congratulations. Next, we have Montana. Montana is a graduate of Fairland High School, daughter of Amber Treadway. Montana, as mentioned, plans to attend Morehead State University. So with another $1,000 academic scholarship, we present on behalf of the Lawrence County Chamber the Academic Award for awesome application. So thank you. And finally, our outstanding graduating senior, we will call to the stage Anna. Chesapeake High School graduate, daughter of Terry and Robin Kimball. Anna plans to attend Flagler College, which I had to look up pronunciation on that one, but with a scholarship in the amount of $2,500 on behalf of the Lawrence County Chamber. Congratulations. And we would ask you to give a speech, but you kind of already did. So with that said, I'll turn it back over to Brian. So thank you all.
Thank you, Shane. Congratulations, you guys. You're all very deserving, and this was not an easy decision by any means. I think I speak on behalf of everybody in the Education Committee for that. Thank you to all the chamber members who came out today to support these graduates. Just some housekeeping tips. Our next meeting will now be September, I think is our next meeting. Have a great summer, everybody.